Hello, I would like to introduce my PBL project, and then I would like to first start off with my problem. I am a speech pathologist assigned to help a preschool student named Dylan, who's recently diagnosed with apraxia of speech. Apraxia of speech is defined as inconsistent errors impacting his intelligibility to others. Dylan is in the beginning stages of incorporating his new AAC device to help him communicate with his teachers and classmates. His device that he is given is a Tobii Dynabox, which is a software on an iPad that can help read off his message like Siri does with the questions that we ask her on our phones. As of right now, he's reluctant in using it within conversations due to his peers' opinions and how long it takes for him to output the sentence. He has trouble with his peers with turn-taking when speaking with his Dynabox, and then especially within group activities and assignments. He becomes easily frustrated, which is something that I especially want to work on. With our driving question is how I can increase Dylan's confidence with his AAC device and increase his involvement in conversation in classroom settings. My intervention main goal here is to increase Dylan's confidence with his AAC device and the comfort of using this in school, social environments, and interacting with his peers and friends. The first theory that I want to touch on is the social cognitive theory, which helps explains the human behavior that stems from interactions with personal, environmental, and behavioral factors. Dylan may have low self-confidence in his ability to communicate efficiently with his AAC device due to multiple factors. I believe, and especially the personal factor. This theory could be worked on to show Dylan that his AAC device helps him interact efficiently and his confidence may increase over time. This theory can assist Dylan in his abilities to believe in himself to become more successful with his AAC device. The second theory that I want to touch on is self-determination. The self-determination theory includes three categories: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. These categories can help individuals do something if these three are impacted. Autonomy is a feeling of having a choice, and competence is the experience of mastery, and being effective is an activity, and finally, relatedness is finding a connection and a sense of belonging to others. Dylan shows that these categories of relatedness and competence are not being fully met and could be impacting his daily life, especially with his AAC use. I really want to specifically target relatedness and competentness. Relatedness of Dylan's classmates and interactions is a target we can work on within our intervention to increase his sense of belongingness. My first intervention is modeling. Modeling can be promoted within therapy, and I will use his AAC device within my own sense of speech to show that it is an important and valuable tool. This can show him that this is a supportive tool and that he can be heard, met with all of his needs and wants. This can be seen as live models, symbolic models, and verbal instructions can lead to success. An evaluation that I can do with Dylan to see if this is a successful use is through the push-in method, where I would physically go into the classroom to see how he engages within different activities with his AC device, and then after class discuss it with Dylan and his peers. Here are some pictures that I thought were super useful when looking at a visual representation of especially the push-in model and on the right side and on the bottom left as well. My intervention 2 is self-efficacy, and this is one of Dylan's psychological targets to encourage him to believe in succeeding in specific situations, especially within personal settings. And then my evaluation would be, when evaluating intervention 2, look at our checklist as a reminder of success, which will be on this next slide. And we can also look at skills that need more time to develop and master. This is a checklist that I came up with that, for example, he asks a question in class, answers a question, asks another question in class, and that's not yet been repeated or been mastered. Intervention 3 would be, the object of this intervention would be boost understanding and acceptance of AAC among the peers, to lessen the social distance and increase Dylan's comfort level when using this device. This would mean having his peers interact with an AAC device just as we do, and this could be a structured conversation within play with using an AAC device low, high-tech, or mid-tech. My evaluation would be this communication partner activity when evaluating the purpose and outcome of this would be to allow students who do not use an AAC device to ask questions and give feedback on whether this is a helpful exercise. This would give students a personal perspective on what communicating through an AAC device looks like. And then on this slide, this is basically just a little bit of two pictures about what it would look like with someone with an AAC device interacting with others who do not need an AAC device, which I think would be one of the most beneficial parts to Dylan's progress. And then my conclusion is the learning theory is the social cognitive theory, which includes the two interventions of modeling and inclusion activities. And then the second theory is motivational and affect theory of self-determination. And then that intervention will be self-efficacy. And then these are my references. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope you guys, if you have any questions or lingering opinions, please let me know. Thank you.